The mission on day one was Boulder Beach and then the Grand Canyon. Even though Boulder Beach is to the southeast, we headed out of Vegas directly east for more interesting roads and to come at the Lake Mead recreation area from the North Shore overlook. We quickly found ourselves riding along gorgeous desert roads towards the distant mountains. Right after the Lake Mead pay station, we stopped for water, and I got this great picture of Harley rider Janine. Then, in that beautiful hot Nevada sun, we got back on the bikes for some more spectacular desert scenery. By the time we saw Lake Mead and Boulder Beach ahead, we were very ready to get into that water. The parking lot at Boulder Beach is big rocks and gravel, a bit exciting on those big Harleys. But we made it and decided to have lunch before going in. It's not a very pretty beach, but it is the only water within about 200 miles. So we braved the rocks and made our way into the water with all our clothes on, because we knew from past experience that we would be dry again almost before we made it back to the bikes. In fact, we were almost dry by the time we put our socks and shoes back on. We stopped for gas at what I believed was the last gas station on the way to the Grand Canyon. From there, the road took us through Arizona's Joshua Tree Forest, which was spectacular. And we climbed up more winding roads around Spirit Mountain, and along a road lined on both sides with beautiful orange flowers, which you can't really see here, to the western rim of the Grand Canyon. It was 3 in the afternoon before we finally arrived at the Grand Canyon. Definitely worth the trip though. We paid extra for the skywalk at Eagle Point. That turned out to be a ripoff. The view was much better from the no extra charge Guano Point. That's about 4,000 feet straight down. In some countries they would have insisted on a safety railing. That's the Colorado River down there, what created the Grand Canyon. It was getting late by the time we finally got back on the road and away from the western rim. We got rained on a little before we reached our evening stop, the Grand Canyon Western Ranch. Very tired, we had dinner at the ranch restaurant while being serenaded by the great Casey Adams.
From the Isles of Old Vancouver to the Isles